This is Linda Ann Stewart with your monthly mindset coaching tip. Do you have some natural characteristic that's affecting your work life, but it's a characteristic you're fighting against? Now, I'm not talking about something like perfectionism or procrastination, because those are learned traits. I'm talking about a natural characteristic that you're trying to repress to fit into someone else, what somebody else expects from you. Well, when you do this, it's a form of self-rejection. And not only does this erode your self-esteem, but it actually reduces your effectiveness. For example, many years ago, I took a class in creative writing, and it met at 9 o'clock in the morning every Thursday morning. Now, I am not at my peak at 9 o'clock in the morning, but I was able to function. Well, from the class, a group of us formed an organization that sponsored what eventually became international writing contests. And as the secretary, I took notes at the organizational meetings. Well, one time our president wanted to have a meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning, not my best hour. Well, the person who usually sat next to me in class kind of laughed and says, "Oh, don't do that to Linda Ann. Haven't you noticed that although she's physically in our class at 9 o'clock, she doesn't mentally join it until 10? And everybody laughed, and it was so true. And bless her heart, the president did change the time of the meeting. So how about you? Do you have some personality trait that you're fighting against? Are you trying to fit into someone else's mold? Now, I know that there are times when it's unavoidable. But when you are doing this, you're really wasting time and energy. That time and energy would be better used for accepting that idiosyncrasy and view it as a strength. In other words, you actually know how to optimize your productivity. For example, do you work best when you're listening to music? Well, how can you do that so that it's okay with others and it doesn't affect them? Or do you prefer working in groups? Or what about in teams? Maybe you can find a partner or partners where you can bounce ideas off of each other, you can collaborate, and you have a sense of camaraderie. When you're able to honor your personality traits, you actually build a sense of self-trust, and you feel better about yourself. So what are your idiosyncrasies? What are those? And how can you accept them and adjust them so that they can fit into your work life? When you're able to do this, you're going to be more productive, more effective, more efficient, more successful, and you're going to feel a whole lot happier. So for more tips on mindset, motivation, and empowerment, visit my blog, empoweringyourmind.com. So accept yourself, find a way to adjust, and have a successful month.